today about what a pressure switch is, how to determine what pressure rating it is, how it works, and how to make adjustments to it. What the pressure switch actually does for the compressor, as the compressor is pumping into the tank and receiver, it allows pressure to come up onto the backside. And as the pressure reaches the predetermined setting, there's a spring load inside it actually separates, opening up the connection of the wires and shutting the compressor down. As the pressure decays in the tank, the pressure switch then will reactivate as the switch closes, makes the connection, and starts the unit back up. Every pressure switch has to have a pressure rating of what it is, whether it's 80, 100, 125, it's written somewhere in it. So if you were to pop the cover off, on this particular one, it's right here, the rating is 140 to 175. 175 being the high side of when it actually opens and shuts off, and 140 being the low side of actually when it makes connection again and reconnects back up. There is a lot of different styles of pressure switches. We have another one here. It's really easy to see of actually how it works. Your two wires would be connected right in here. The air pressure is on the back side right here, and as the air pressure starts to rise up, basically it opens the connection and breaks the connection on the two of them right there. When the pressure drops, it closes back and allows the unit to restart back up. This is also a 175-pound unit, and if I wanted to make some adjustments on the pressure, I would adjust it right through here. Basically, as you loosen up the spring and back off on it, it lazies up the pressure and drop the pressure setting. As you crank it down tighter, it would take more pressure to compress it to get the pressure to open up. So if you're going to change these or make some adjustments to it, you need to first know what it is, where the pressure setting is, so you can make the proper adjustments and make sure everything is working correctly. I want to talk to you today about oil levels, how you check it, how you would add oil, and what type of oils go in your reciprocating piston style compressor. The best and only way really to check a reciprocating compressor piston style unit for the oil levels is to make sure the unit is off. As it's running, it's going to be splashing around in the crankcase. You really won't get a good reading of how much it is. The best thing is to run the unit a little bit, let it come up to pressure, and shut off and settle back down. The level should be at least half to 3/4 of the way in the sight glass. If we start to see it closer to the bottom, the best way to do to fill it up is that we have our fill plug right here. Be able to unscrew this, making sure that the unit is off first before you do that. Unscrew the fill plug, and we can top off the oil level to bring it up to the proper setting. And what type of oils that you use in this is, there's a couple different styles. We sell a style on our website, a brand on our website that's perfect for it. It's a semi-synthetic blend that helps out a lot of different things for corrosions and rust buildups. If you don't have access to that, you want to make sure you use a non-detergent 30-weight oil. The non-detergent keeps a lot of the foaming down inside the crankcase. And our biggest thing with why we want to change the oil and check the oil, obviously it keeps it lubricated, but the moisture buildup inside the crankcase is critical, so that's why you need to change it at least twice a year to get that moisture back out of it. I want to talk a little bit about what a magnetic starter is, how it works, and how it controls the motor of your air compressor. Inside this starter box is a mag starter, contactor, and an overload assembly. Basically, what you have is your incoming power comes into this unit right here, this contactor unit. It senses through the pressure switch, and the pressure switch makes the connection and tells the unit to start up. It controls through a magnetic field and pulls the contactor in. As the contactor engages, it starts the drive motor. The second part of this is this overload block right here, which is very critical for on the adjustment. We need to know what our amperage on the side of the motor is, and we'll check our amperage as this unit is running. If we determine where it needs to be, we need to make the proper adjustments. And what the purpose of this is, if we have an issue inside the motor, it's going to create a higher amp draw, is actually going to trip out and shut this unit down. So the starter, magnetic starter does a couple different features. It helps control the unit, start through the pressure switch, but it also protects it in case we have a high amp draw or something happens with the pump.